What is up, everybody? It's time for the monthly market update. I am a little frazzled. We just did a open house. By the way, I got to do sound checks, right? Just did an open house, just got back, came back through the door, and went live immediately. So, let's do some quick checks to make sure our sounds and other things are working how they're supposed to. But yeah, today is the day to ask all of your questions. The house had a cat. I'm allergic to cats. I'm kind of dying here. It's so itchy. Wonderful open house. I love doing it. We're going to do a video on it in a couple days. It's magnificent. I love it so much. Allergic to cats. We're going to be a little bit teary today. Let's just see real quick, make sure that our live is up and running and that the sound is working. Wonderful. So how the heck is everybody? The market's weird. The market's weird, guys. I can't decide if it's crashing or skyrocketing. It's definitely one of the two. Let's take a look here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm dying. My eyes are so itchy. Ugh. Cats. I'm a dog person. So let's see. Get into our MLS. And I know you can't see anything yet. That's okay. You'll be able to see in just a minute. Yeah, share this. We have no one in the audience yet. So in typical live fashion, we're going to really dig into everything that's going on in like 5 minutes, give or take. We're going to send out some invites really quick and just check in with everyone and see how everyone's doing and see what's going on, you know. Okay. So we got that there. We got that there. Wonderful. Let's take a look at the market. Is this open yet? It's open. For July 2024. Let's share our screen. We're going to look at this guy right here. We're going to share. All right, everybody. Welcome to July of 2024. So last time we did a live and we looked at the market, we were looking at how the prices were 20% year over year, and then 18, then 15, then 10, and it dropped all the way down to 2% increase year over year. Now, most of the time in the summer, the prices go up, at least for until about now-ish, until about when all the kids get back in school, the market tends to start slowing down again. Let's get this down just slightly. So what we normally expect is to see prices in general increase. We expect to see a lot of homes hit the market, and we expect to see a lot of sales. But what we've been seeing, I don't know if the right word to say is instead, but what we've been seeing is a lot of homes hitting the market, not a lot selling, but prices seem to be consistent. So let's take a look at what's going on. The number of listings countywide that sold were 536. That's an increase over last month, which is kind of in line with what we'd expect, but it's also not a lot, right? Only 536 countywide. When you compare that to the number of new listings, 712, again, we're seeing a lot more listings hitting the market, and we're not seeing a lot more sales, right? And we are seeing our number of active listings, so the total number of listings countywide, get way up. At our bottom, when we were in January, we had 869 listings total in January. We've got 1,400 now. It's not quite twice as many, but that's a lot of listings to choose from. And when you have only 536 sell, that's what we're seeing our inventory go up, which is going to impact our month supply. We'll get to that in a minute. But here's the weird thing. Prices aren't changing. The sold median price was 880 compared to 885 last month. And so we've kind of seen the prices go up. Now, don't get me wrong, they usually start falling again in August, okay? And they're usually bottoming out December, January, right? Because most people don't want to move for the holidays. So, them being up like this isn't that weird, but it is weird given that all these listings are hitting the market, not selling, right? So what I think we're going to start seeing is this big burst here that happened in May. Those listings are getting 3-4 months old now. They're going to start expiring, right? So they're either going to have to drop their price or renew the listing. So we're going to have kind of a dynamic here where we're going to watch if sellers or buyers are more stubborn. If sellers say, forget it, keep the house in the market for 3 more months, maybe prices won't change, at least not quickly. If sellers say, forget it, I need the house sold, we'll start seeing some price changes because we are seeing inventory going up. Not all homes are selling anymore, right? Our absorption rate, which is if we were to stop listing homes today, how long would it take to sell out of homes, is 3.18. Keep in mind that we were at 2 in January. That's when it was the lowest, right? And in a healthy market, we're between 4 and 6 months supply. I was saying we're going to hit a healthy absorption rate, give or take around this fall. Well, we jumped from 2.8 to 3.1 in a month, right? That's about a 0.2 increase. At that rate, maybe it will take a little longer than I expected, but I think in another 3 or 4 months, we're going to be in an even market. I think that our days of a really strong seller's market is over. I think we're done, right? I think that this is going to keep creeping up because it doesn't usually get better until, December when listings really do expire. So I think this is going to continue to creep up through November, and I think it's going to be a better buyer's market every month, which is what we've been seeing since, January. And by the way, you guys, if anyone has questions about the market or what's going on or your opinions, I'd love to see it in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. But at this exact moment, it does look like the market is softening. It looks like homes are not selling and inventory is creeping up, but prices aren't changing. And we'll talk about that in a minute. The sold to list ratio. We were crushing it for a minute there. People were getting exactly what they wanted, 99, 98%. Boom, 99%. We had a drop. Now, is that a huge drop? No, but it's a drop for the first time in a while. At our bottom, we were getting 97.9 last December. And take a look at this. When we look at the graph, it tends to go down the rest of the year, okay? And we're almost already at the bottom of where it was last year. So if I had to guess, I would say prices are going to start going down any second now, okay? Our days on market, homes that are selling pretty quick. They're selling in 37 days, right? That's pretty quick. It's pretty good. But the issue is that it just doesn't line up with what's going on up here, which is why it's so confusing. Overall price volume, we have 583, almost $584 million of real estate on the market. It hasn't been that high since last August. So, again, we're seeing some really weird numbers with some conflicting info. Our absorption rate right now is 3.18. This time last year, it was 1.98. That is a 60% increase, okay? The average list price is 1.7 compared to 1.8 this time last year. I don't know if average is ever something that we should really use because it gets kind of wild with some of our extreme manufactured homes and extreme luxury listings that can mess with it. But the average price has dropped 4.38% year over year. Okay. Median list price. I don't really care about list price because it's what people are asking. I don't really care what people are asking. I care what people are getting. The average sale price is up 3.96%, and the median sale price is up 5.2%. So those are up. We're up to $880,000, right, as our median sales price. But does that mean we're really up? The average days on market are 37. The median days on market are 22. Again, weird numbers. And we'll talk about it in a second, right? The big thing is the number of sold listings. This time last year was 468. We had a really big bump this month. We got up to 536 sales. So it's a 14% increase in sales. But our number of new listings, where'd it go? Our number of new listings was way up too, 620 or 712 compared to 624 this time last year. Our total number of active listings is at 1,400 compared to 993. So how do we interpret this? What does this mean? What's going on? In my opinion, we are seeing a lot of sellers put their home up for sale and say, hey, I want whatever it is. I want $1 million. If I don't get $1 million, we'll leave it on the market. And when they're not getting it, they're leaving it on the market. The open house I just had, the home's been up for a year. I've got that manufactured home. I just can't get rid of it. It's killing me. I'm trying to sell it. That's been on the market now for like 3 months almost. That's really long for me. Usually stuff sells, right? Now we're looking at stuff sitting, and the sellers don't want to budge on their price. They know their worth, right? Well, the market's not the same. The market's changing. So what I think is happening here is that we do have listings that are priced low or fairly that are moving. We have a lot of listings that are listed high that aren't moving. And so for our days on market, we have a lot of homes that are selling quick, which is keeping our days on market down. We have homes that are selling that are keeping our median sales price up, but we have a lot of homes that I think are going to have price reductions and have changes. So overall, countywide, what does this mean? I think that for buyers, well, let's look at one last thing, actually. Interest rates right now have just taken a drop, okay? Interest rates just dropped pretty significantly. What are our rates at this exact moment? Interest rates right now are sitting right about 6.4 for the average 30-year fixed. That is a 0.6% reduction. So when you combine the fact that rates have dropped in combination with having more selection, having less competition, all these other perks you're getting when you're buying a home, I think that for buyers, it's a pretty good time. I don't know if it will become a better time as time goes on. I think that it will. I think that things will get better for buyers the longer that you wait, but we don't know that. We don't know if prices are going to come down, or if the rates coming down and prices come down enough, if it's going to excite buyers and buyers are going to start flooding the market again. We don't know that. But we do know that right now, compared to 6 months ago, it's probably the best time to buy, or at least the best time there's been in 6 months. For sellers, we're seeing all these trends, right? We're seeing all these things happen. We're seeing the bar move. So on one hand, I think it's a harder time to sell than it was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. 100%. 100% it's a harder market to sell in than it was a while ago. And when you combine that with the trends that are happening, I think that if you want to sell your home, now's the best time. I think the longer that you wait, the harder it's going to be. And I think that especially this month, we're going to see some really weird numbers, okay? Really weird numbers, because we're going to have the NAR lawsuit is finally coming to fruition. Starting the 17th, we have 2 new big rules. First of all, if you don't have a buyer's agency agreement, a realtor cannot open the door for you. So pretty much everyone that wants to buy a home now is going to have to sign up with a buyer's agent or be at the mercy of signing a new contract every time they want to go to an open house, which would just be wild. Okay, that would just be awful. So I think that more buyers now are going to sign up with a buyer's agent, and it's going to make the process really chunky in that way, in a way that we haven't seen. I think that will scare some people out of buying homes. I think it's going to bring out really weird behavior, especially underperforming agents. And we're going to start seeing, in addition to that, we can no longer advertise buyer agency commission. So I think that buyer's agency commissions are going to start being a bigger deal, and they're going to be very out there for a minute. A lot of people are going to do weird things until we figure out what the new normal is, what the new strategy is. Even at my brokerage, we're going over exactly how to deal with all of this, hopefully this upcoming weekend, because it's just not clear. The National Association of Realtors, a local MLS, is not giving us much guidance. So I think that the numbers we're going to see for this month, especially starting the 16th, are going to get real weird with all these changes. And I think real weird is both an opportunity to get taken advantage of and to have mistakes, and also an opportunity for you to get a good deal and for good things to happen. So, if you are thinking about buying, I think it's a good time. I think if you're selling, it could be a good time. I think that's going to be about the best time you're going to get for a while. But I think there's going to be a lot of room for errors. So I think that people do have to remember to be careful here for a minute. Okay. I think that we could potentially have some weird behavior. So regardless of what you have going on, if it were me and I were in the position to buy and it were a good time, I would say do it now. I think now is a great time to buy. You have great selection. Summer is always one of the best times because you have more inventory to pick from. It's typically a pretty awesome time in general, but especially with the way the market's getting flooded. And but if you wait, you might be able to catch some desperate folks this fall, this winter. Okay. Now going in past that, I have no idea what's going to happen. Right? No idea. But I think it's really kind of a now or never thing for most folks, because going into the future, I think we're going to see some weird stuff. And again, weird doesn't mean bad, just means different, right? It could be better, could be worse. So what do you think? What do you think of the market? What do you think is going on? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I really would love to have a little bit of engagement on these lives and see what's going on. But, I'm expecting there to be a lot of chaos this month. I'm seeing a lot of people wanting to put off making their buyer sale for a while. And by a while, I mean, I've got people coming in that want to put it off for 6 months, 12 months, stuff like that. So it does seem like real estate's really slowing down. That fever that we had before where everyone's got to buy, it seems like it's gone. It seems like everyone's going at their own pace, which is really changing the market. So, as we look locally, this cat's killing me, man. Cat is killing me. I got all kinds of cat hair on my nose. That at the open house, there's two amazingly beautiful cats. I was there with my assistant Rob, and we're doing a video, and he loved them to death. He's petting them, and as he's petting them, there's just hair coming off of them. Just oh no. But for the next couple of weeks, I think it's going to be a really good time. And as long as we've kind of gone over the general market, I want to do a shameless plug, if we may. Where did I put it? I got my butt kicked at a listing presentation. I did a listing presentation, and I had it in the bag. This guy wanted to list with me. I was like, awesome, just let me know when you're ready. And he came back later, and about a week or two later, and he said, I said I was going to wait to list. I'm like, yeah. He goes, actually, we're listing today. And I go, okay, let's do it. And he goes, no, with somebody else. Heartbroken. This was a really, really big listing. It was for 1.3, 1.4, somewhere in that range. And I didn't get it. And I asked him, what the heck happened? And he goes, well, the other agent, he had a book. A book? He wouldn't show me the book. But in typical Brian fashion, when I lose listings, I take it personal. Okay. Not to be like I'm mad at him, but that means that I did something wrong. So I went out of my way. I made a book. We're going to make several more. Where'd it go? Here we go. Share. So if you want a copy of my book, we have 3 books. The first one is on expired listings. The second one is on selling your home, and the third one is on downsizing. It's all seller focused. Not that I don't love working with buyers. Buyers are awesome, but they're just so looky-loo right now. It's just not something that I'm like actively trying to get. If someone wants to buy a home, by all means, call me. I'm more than happy to help. But listings are the big thing right now. That's what I love. It's marketing. I love marketing. Nothing wrong with showing a home and being like, hey, it's 3 beds, 2 baths, wonderful. Let's get you a deal. Love it. But I really love marketing. It's kind of my passion. So all the books right now are geared for sellers. If people want buyers' books, more than happy to make them. More than happy. But for now, this is what we have. This is the first book of 3. So if you want a copy of the free book, let me know. I would love to get this out into some folks' hands and have a whole bunch of hard copies coming in sometime around the 10th of this month, I think. So we're going to be giving out a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're looking for a book, let me know. Just part of my shameless plug. So that aside, what do you guys think? What's going on with the market? Is it going up, going down? I'd love to hear your thoughts. People coming into the live have been pretty slow lately. Pretty slow. We usually get a lot of people after the fact, but I need to start doing a better job somehow of getting some folks in here and watching the live, because we got all these new subscribers, especially on YouTube. YouTube, we just gained like 5,000 subscribers, which is awesome. We need people to watch. How do we get them to tune in, right? So I don't know. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts, or what you guys want to do with this channel, with listings and things that we can do. But past that, that's more or less the market. Now, what I am going to do here live, cat's killing me, is I'm going to look at a couple other cities, because we can, because we're here. So let's look at some new locations. We're going to make a whole bunch. I want to look at, we're going to start in Ventura. Come on, Ventura City. For July, and we're going to search it. We're going to look at another area, market summary. New location for Camarillo. Search. Going to do another market summary for new location, Thousand Oaks. And search. I know you guys can't see. I'll show you guys in a minute once we have the stuff actually on the board here. Market summary, new location. We're going to do Moore Park. And search. And then market summary. We're going to throw in Simi, and then we'll do Westlake. Favorite locations. Simi. Search. And last but certainly not least, Westlake. I don't do much business in Westlake. I did one deal in Calabasas, but I've never done a deal in Westlake. I'd love to. I would love to do some luxury in Westlake. It's just not really my normal vibe. It's so competitive. They got such big agents out there that really kind of hog the space. Ugh, the cat. The cat is slaying me. Okay, let's get rid of this. We can keep that one out. Okay, Let's share our screen one more time. We're just going to share the entire screen, share the entire window. Entire window. Share. Wonderful. Okay, so for Ventura, what are we seeing? Kind of the same story. Their sold listings kind of went up, but look how many active listings they had. So they had 97 new listings and 76 sold listings. So they're way up. Their absorption rate is 3. Listing prices are going kind of wacky. Their median sales price of Ventura is $884, so pretty in line with the average. Their days on market's 37, so a little bit above the average. Absorption rate sitting at 3. Median sales price $884, so it's up only 1%. Very small increase year over year. So Ventura's kind of average-ish. I'm kind of looking for some outliers. If you guys have specifically any cities you really want to dig deep on, let me know. For Camarillo, 84 new listings, 61 sold. So Camarillo's getting flooded. Look at that. They got 119 listings in Camarillo. Their prices are hanging steady at $830, a solid $50,000 below the average, the median, sorry. Absorption rate's only 2.16. So, lower price stuff does seem to be selling a little bit better. Sold to list ratio is 100.4%. Days on market's at 27. We've got lower sales volume all the time. Our absorption rate's only 2. So Camarillo is much more competitive than we are in Ventura or than average. Median sales price $830. That's a 13% jump. There's probably some sales in there that messed that up, though. I wouldn't take that. So when we have these smaller groups, when we're looking at cities, a couple of outliers do a much bigger impact to the price. So, take that with a grain of salt, but it is up 13%. We have how many? Yeah, the absorption rate's at 2.16, which is way better. No real luxury sales, though. Looks like they really don't sell stuff over 2.7. Not to say that 2.7 isn't a luxury sale, but we do get some pretty big stuff every now and then. So what's the number of active listings? 119 compared to 88 this time last year. So again, much bigger selection. Camarillo does seem to be a little bit more competitive. Thousand Oaks, we've got 57 sold listings, 89 new listings. That's a lot. 146 active listings. Let's see. Sold median sales price, $1.08 million, not quite 1.1. That's a drop from last month's 1.16. Absorption rate is, again, right about 3 months. So our outliers aren't really doing too many outlier things. Homes are taking longer to sell at 43 days. One of those is mine. Yeah, it's a 60% increase in the absorption rate. We've got median sales price is up 20%. Median sales price is up 20% in Thousand Oaks. That's crazy. Crazy. I'm hoping it's more outliers than anything else. Median days on market is almost doubled. It's rough. Okay. What do we got for Moorpark? Moorpark's very small, so we see much bigger shifts, but again, they're right on average. 3 months supply. Number of sold and new listings were the same. They're both 26, which is interesting, but their total number of listings at 62, which is very, very high for Moorpark, which is why their absorption rate is 3, right? Sold to list ratio, 99.2, so on the lower side. Median sales price, 900, basically $1 million, just shy of $1 million. Days on market sitting at 30, as it compared to last year. Big increase in absorption rate. Median sales price, we've got a 20% increase in the median sales price. Days on market, again, much longer. So these are the things that are really catching me, is that the days on market are way longer. Well, I guess this one's actually way shorter, huh? Yeah, so the Moorpark's actually selling quicker. Look at that. Moorpark's a hot commodity right now. Interesting. Did we have like a really luxury property happen? Is that what? No, not really. Moorpark's just popping off. Good to know. See anyone in the peanut gallery yet? Nope. Okay. Simi Valley. So Simi Valley is also a more lower end typically because we're going to see, a little bit different behavior because it's more affordable living for a lot of the places. Again, we're seeing the number of listings soar. Number of new listings is actually kind of decreasing month over month, and sales are kind of steady. With affordable housing, we tend to see that pretty often. All the prices, is that all the prices? Yeah, the median list, sale, and new prices are all right around $888,000. Interesting, they all lined up. Absorption rate 2.71, so still trending upwards. Sold to list ratio 99.9, basically 100. Days on market's 31. Price volume is hanging steady. So again, we're seeing a big increase in the absorption rate. Average list price, median list price, also pretty in line. They do have a pretty significant jump. The median sales prices jumped from $780,000 last year at the same time to $880,000 this time. Days on market, stuff's taking a little longer to sell, which is what we're seeing. If those prices change, do we have any luxury sell? Yeah, there we go. So they had a 1.8 and a 1.9 sell, which really brought their numbers up. That would have been accounting for a lot of these things, 2 really luxury sales. Everything else is about the same. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. Just a little bit more luxury than we had last year, which is kind of skewing the numbers a little bit. The one I'm really excited for is this one, Westlake. Again, just checking in and see if anyone's saying anything. So Westlake, let's see. Sold listings are up. Okay, Westlake's popping off. They had 46 sales and 52 new listings, which compared to all the other cities, that's great. They have 117 listings total. We're seeing the median sale price go up. It went from 1.5 to 1.6. Now you see Westlake's getting close to an even market, man. They're at 3.7. At 4, it's a healthy market. So Westlake's, if you're a seller, I know stuff's kind of moving, but you got to be nice because there's not that many buyers, right? We've got almost 4 months supply. Sold to list ratios at 96%. We're seeing some 4%, 3.3% price reductions on average. That's a big reduction. Days on market are hanging right around 60. That's almost double everywhere else. So Stephen Westlake's selling slow, right? We are seeing our sales volume increase. Active list volumes going way up. So year over year, we have a 51% increase in our absorption rate. We've got an average list price down of 19%, a median list price down of 11%, but the average sale price is up 19% and the median sales price is up 17%. So those are very confusing numbers. But if you look at the median list price at 1.7 and the median sales price at 1.6, right? So people aren't getting what they want. They are having price reductions. Our median days on market are up. That's the CDOM is the cumulative days on market. So it is taking people on average 60 days to finally close, 30 days to get under contract. So same as it was last year, but there's a lot more for people to pick from. So you just got to be nicer. You can't be as rough as you were way back when. Do we have any crazy luxuries? We had 4 properties in Westlake this month sell for over $5 million. Yeah, that'll mess with the numbers. So congratulations to those folks that sold those 4 $5 million plus properties. That's incredible. We have a lot of super luxury. Yeah, look at that. There's 10 $5 million plus luxury listings right now compared to 14 this time last year. They need to kind of make a whole new price range just for Westlake. Super crazy. All right. Well, that's more or less the market right now. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, what you guys think about what's going on. But like I said, right now, if you're a buyer, it's a good time. I think it might get better, should get better as time goes on, as long as we don't get another frenzy again. It'd be a weird time of year for a frenzy again. So I think it's a good time to buy. If you're a seller, I don't know. With all these changes, I think that it's going to be tougher every single day. So if you're thinking about selling, I think that the sooner you can get on the market, get yourself sold, the better. But, no one knows for sure. But that's about all I got. So if you guys can, I love if you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think and follow every single Sunday. I'm debating how exactly to do these lives. I'm considering doing a seller and buyer seminar every month instead of doing the normal topics. This month is supposed to be, what is our topic of the month? I've got to get my sheet out here real quick. Our topic of the month is supposed to be in August. It's supposed to be short sales and foreclosures. It's supposed to be all about that. But if you guys want, we can do buyer seller seminars instead. I would love to do those as long as folks tune in and watch. And past that, let me know how to help you guys. That's the whole point of this channel, is to help get you the info that you need, right? So if you need anything else in the world, you know what to do. Call Castro, and I'll talk to you next week, whenever else you tune in.